I didn't do too badly with those book sales, did I? Here I am on holiday in the beautiful Algarve. Take a look at the golden cliffs, the gorgeous sandy beach, the crashing waves. Could be perfect, but for the fact there's a few clouds in the sky, it's not perfect. But you know something, that just reminds me of being back home. I don't just mean about the tainted beauty of Morecambe, I mean about you, Johnny Phere. Because when I think of somebody's wrestling career and I think of tainted, that just about describes you to a T, doesn't it, Johnny? Do you think about all the people, the who's who of British wrestling that you've beaten in your career? You've beaten El Ligero, you've beaten Rockstar Spud, Dave Mastiff, Martin Kirby, Chris Travis. You know, they'd be on a top 10 of just about any wrestling fan when it comes to the best in British wrestling. But you know, why have you never made it, Johnny? Why are you never on that top 10 list? Why don't the fans respect you, even though you're just as good, if not better, as all those names? Well, I'll tell you why, Johnny. It's because you're just not a likeable guy. You're not likeable. And do you know why? Because you're a moaner, you're a complainer. You're obsessed with things that you shouldn't even be worrying about. I mean, you're obsessed with me. You're obsessed with Greg The Truth Lambert. Every single promo you ever do, you mention my name. And you know why? Because you know that I'm the clouds in your sky, Johnny, aren't I? That's why you want to be me, Johnny, don't you? That's why when I closed down the XWA to go and sell my book and come and enjoy gorgeous holidays in Portugal like I'm doing now, an idyllic lifestyle, you decided you wanted to become wrestling promoter because you wanted to control the weather. But you can't control the weather, Johnny. You're not the puppet master, Johnny. I've forgotten more about manipulation than you will ever know, my friend. And that's why you keep getting distracted. That's why you got pinned by a 15-year-old boy at Redemption. And that's why I don't think that you can beat Jinx. Because Jinx is a likeable guy. Jinx understands my legacy. He carries around 2 XWA championship belts because he respects what I did as a promoter in Morecambe instead of trying to be a cheap imitation, to try and fill some gap in a career that hasn't quite hit the heights that you wanted it to, Johnny. I'm not going to stay here in Portugal. We've got a show on June the 9th called Aftershock, and I'm going to be there, Johnny. I'm going to be there because I know that you've got to beat Jinx if you want to get these clouds off your back. And I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it, Johnny. I don't think you'll ever get your career to where you say that where you want it to be. You say you're the best in Europe. I don't think you ever will be unless you start to listen to what I'm telling you. You'll never control the weather, Johnny, unless you find what's missing in your career. Talk about facing your fear, Johnny Phere. You'll never be the best in Europe unless you face